على رسول الكريم أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وقال الذي اشتراه من مصر لامرأته يكرم مثواه عسى أن ينفعنا أو نتخذه ولدا وكذلك مكنا ليوسف في الأرض ولنعلمه من تأويل الأحاديث والله غالب على أمره ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. Continuing the story, the incident of Yusuf Alayhis Salaam. So the brothers had placed Yusuf Alayhis Salaam in a well. The caravan come past, and they had sent somebody to fetch water. He took out the water from the. He put his bucket inside, and instead of water coming out, Yusuf Alayhis Salaam came out. Anyhow, most likely the brothers came, and now they sold Yusuf Alayhis Salaam as merchandise. And Allah Subhanahu wa Taala was fully aware exactly of what they were doing. And for a very small sum, they sold Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, having no value for him, and completely being disinclined from Yusuf Alayhis Salaam. Now Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says that when he was sold in Misr, now there was a person called Aziz. The Aziz was like the minister of finances and other high positions he had in the country. One was the king, who was the main person, but this person, the Aziz, was under him, a main minister in the country. So he had bought Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, and his wife's name was Ra'il. So the one who had bought him from Misr, from in Egypt, said to his wife Ra'il, Akrimi mathwahu, that honor this person who is staying by us, make him live comfortably. Perhaps he will benefit us, or we will take him as a son. They say this person did not have any children, so he said maybe we can take him as a son, we can adopt him. And Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says in this way, how we had placed the love of Yusuf Alayhis Salaam in the heart of this man. In a similar way, we had placed Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, given him power, or given him a place to stay on the earth. That is, some people want to kill him, but Allah Subhanahu wa Taala gave him a place in Egypt. And one of the benefit of living now in the royal palace, وَلِنُعَلِّمَهُ مِن تَأْوِيلِ الْأَحَادِيثِ, and we taught him how to interpret different matters. One is the matters of the king, how you run a country. All of these things Allah Ta'ala granted Yusuf Alayhis Salaam in this place. Interpretation of dreams, Allah Ta'ala opened up to Yusuf Alayhis Salaam when he was living there. And many other knowledge Allah Ta'ala had granted to him. Wallahu ghalibun ala amrihi walakin akthara an-nasi la ya'lamun. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, in his matter, he is dominant. It means Allah Ta'ala does as he wants to. But most people unfortunately do not know the system of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. The brothers thought that we're getting rid of Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, not realizing that what they are doing is actually creating more izzat and more honor for Yusuf Alayhis Salaam. The people who were taking Yusuf Alayhis Salaam to sell him in Egypt, the caravan travelers, if they only knew the value of Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, they wouldn't have sold him for a small sum. They would have made millions with him. But most of the people do not know what amazing systems Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala has got. So this is the translation of this ayat. Some ulama say a few important, amazing points here. They say that Yusuf Alayhis Aziz of Misr told his wife that honor him. Perhaps we will benefit from him. He will benefit us. We will take him as a child. And similarly, Asya, the wife of Fir'aun, said regarding Moosa Alayhis Salaam, say similar words. La taqtulu, do not kill him. Perhaps he will benefit us, or we will take him as a son. So they say, how come the two women, both of them, they were there? But one was Asya, what she said, and how she got iman in Yusuf in Moosa Alayhis Salaam, and she treated him like a son. But here Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, this woman did not treat him. So they say it depends how a person looks at things. Here Asya herself said, she herself said we will take him as a son. So she looked at him with a pure eye. Here the husband, he was the one who said we will take him as a son, and not the wife. She looked at him as an ordinary person, and this eventually it led a person towards great fitnas. So they say that how it depends how a person looks at certain things. For example, a woman is in our house, we look at her in a way, and she's the gaze is pure. But when you look at a woman outside, the gaze becomes impure there. It's just how a person looks at, because she's a ghair mahram woman, a woman is a strange woman, you're not supposed to be looking at her. So the thought of sin comes into a person. So the same woman is in the house also, but the thought of guna doesn't come into a person, because he looks at her as my mother, this is my daughter, this is my sister. Once Moulana Qasim Nanotwi Rahmatullah Alayh, he had a debate with one Hindu person. So this Hindu person told him, why you people, you'll cut cows and you'll eat it and you'll say it's halal. Why don't you eat swine? And then he said to him that meat is meat. One is exactly like the same. Just like how you get swine meat, you get cow meat. So what's the difference between the two of them? So Moulana Qasim Nanotwi Rahmatullah Alayh said, then he said, all women are the same. Your wife also is a woman, and your mother also is a woman. Why are you getting married to your wife? Get married to your mother. So when he heard this, then he completely kept quiet. So how it depends how a person looks at certain things. So So anyhow, the point ulama mentioned is that Wallahu ghalibun ala amrihi walakinna akthara an-nasi la ya'lamun. Allah Ta'ala, whatever He wants, whatever intention He makes, Allah's matter always comes ghalib, it overpowers. For example, Yaqub Alayhis Salaam told Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, hide your dream, don't tell the brothers about it. I don't want him to create enmity. But Allah Ta'ala wanted it such that even though Yaqub Alayhis Salaam desired a certain thing, Allah Ta'ala made it such the other way, that the brothers still had this desire within themselves to cause harm to Yusuf Alayhis Salaam. Yaqub Alayhis Salaam wished that the brothers must love Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, but in place of that they had enmity for Yusuf Alayhis Salaam. The brothers wanted to kill Yusuf Alayhis Salaam, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wanted to save Yusuf Alayhis Salaam. Nobody could stop the decision of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The brothers wanted to take out the heart from the heart of Yaqub Alayhis Salaam, the love of Yusuf Alayhis Salaam. But after they separated, the love of Yaqub Alayhis Salaam actually increased also. And the brothers wanted to throw Yusuf Alayhis Salaam in a well. Allah Ta'ala wanted him to reach up in a palace. So Allah Ta'ala took him there. The brothers made Yusuf Alayhis Salaam a slave, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made him a king. They wanted to disgrace him, Allah Ta'ala made them disgrace in front of Yusuf Alayhis Salaam. So they say in this incident, many places where Allah Ta'ala mentions, Wallahu ghalibun ala amri. Allah Ta'ala does what He wants to. But unfortunately, many people do not know the workings and the system of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also, the ulama say that, Inna Allah wa qala alladhi ishtarahu min Misr, the person who had bought him from Misr. They say in life when we buy somebody or something, we buy it either because we got some necessity for that, or we want to increase our money. That is why a person buys something also. You got 5 rands, you want to make 50 rands. You got 1,000 rand, you want to make 5,000 rand. Person wants to increase his money. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how He buys from us also. Inna Allah ashtara min al-mu'minina anfusahum wa amwalahum bi anna lahumul jannah. Allah Ta'ala says, I am buying from the believers their lives and their wealth, which is something which is completely of no value at all. And Allah Ta'ala says, then I'm not getting no benefit, and I'm not getting any profit also with it. What I'm going to give you something even greater in return for that. And Jannat, Allah Ta'ala said, بِأَنَّ لَهُمُ الْجَنَّةِ, they're going to get Jannat. Not I'm going to get Jannat. I'm not going to get no benefit from this transaction which I'm buying. So in life, when people are buying and selling, they're always looking for their own benefits. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His kindness, that the nafs which is the lowest, our money also, what a person is spending in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah is giving us the highest. Allah Ta'ala is prepared to give us Jannat in place of that day. So we should use our lives and our wealth for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In place of this year, we will be getting Jannat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us true understanding. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi.